There was this weird dark aura around all of it. Hey, my name is Skai. I usually like to edit my videos a lot, include a lot of humor, but since this topic is pretty serious and dark, I'm not going to make it as,
oh, look at me, I'm a fun YouTuber talking about serious stuff.
So I'm making this with all the respect towards the victims. A week ago or so, I was... Oh, wait. Okay. A few days ago, I was thinking about the event that happened here in Slovenia in 2005, and it was literally around November, and something happened that is very similar to topic I'm gonna discuss about in this video, but because happened that many years ago, it's kind of swiped under the rug. So I just thought about making a video and expressing my views on these both tragic events. But now I'm thinking... Okay, so after that, I was just rambling a lot, and better to say everything I have to say in this video while I'm editing. Oops. So basically what I've realized is that after I did my research and saw that this Travis Scott tragedy happened on November 5th, I just realized that on November 5th this year, while this was happening, I randomly thought about some very similar event that happened here in Slovenia, but it was in 2005. It was so random that thing popped into my head because it happened 16 years ago and I found about it when I was like a child. And this thought came into my head at the same time on November 5th that this whole Travis Scott thing was happening. Wow, I'm just realizing this now. This is kind of mind-blowing. And first of all, trigger warning about death and drugs. If this video topic isn't supporting to your journey, this video might be not the right thing for you to watch. So, who is Travis Scott? Travis Scott is a 30-year-old rapper from USA. I personally was never a fan of his or his type of music. I wouldn't even know him if it wasn't for Kylie Jenner because he's her partner and they have a daughter, Stormi. Also, just a disclaimer, this isn't a deep dive video. I'm not gonna go super into details. So if I make any mistake talking about this, feel free to comment down below and correct me if I'm wrong. Travis Scott performed at the Astroworld music festival in Houston, Texas at NRG Park on Friday on November 5th. And what happened is that apparently 9 persons were killed, hundreds of them were injured, and 25 people hospitalized that ranged between ages 14 and 27. Imagine this, 14-year-olds. This is so young. The show apparently had 50,000 people attending. I personally don't believe in coincidences regarding to this kind of dark stuff. I believe in coincidences, but like this is just too dark to be a coincidence because what I'm about to tell is, this is not me trying to shove my beliefs down to your throat, but I know that the music industry can be pretty dark and the things that happen are a lot of time just fruit of human evil and desire for money, power, etc. It's especially twisted when a lot of drugs are involved and when the overall festival vibe is supposed to be dark themed. And in Travis Scott's case, literally portrays something demonic. Based on the articles I've read, is that the crowd, when it came to the concert, they were running and they were just starting to push towards the stage, and the intensity of that was so bad that people were actually compressed one to another and not being able to escape, and lots of them were passing out, injured. I mean, people literally died, and some of them were apparently like pushed into some weird closet-like stage area, and then someone closed the door and they were just like squeezing in there, which is like, all of it is so up. This whole area apparently met the criteria of safety and that it was big enough for the crowd. The problem was apparently that just people were trying to push towards the stage. People on those clips are young people, 14 or so, 16, 18. Not gonna lie, this was dumb as from them. I want to mention that I have nothing against Travis's fans or their taste in music, or I don't have an opinion about young people experimenting with drugs, because I'm not here to play some kind of a parent or god, but there are some people that are literally excited about danger, violence and drug abuse. Not just drug use, but drug abuse. That's where I say that the boundaries are crossed. And the fact that Travis is a 30-year-old grown man that had 14 years 17-year-old impressionable children at his concert, fully knowing that he has a huge impact on a large amount of young, naive, impressionable children and young people, and there is absolutely no awareness or responsibility taken over the fact that his vibe isn't trying to make something positive, and his music also mentions doing drugs. I know that some people genuinely don't see other options with their lives, and all they can do is do drugs, go at parties, at concerts. I am no one here to judge them or blame them, because everyone has a different story, different life, different struggles. I'm not in their shoes, but for me, I never did drugs, never will do drugs, but I'm also a very open-minded person and interested in talking about different topics that don't directly touch my life. Respect, please. Travis Scott is fully aware of his negative impacts. That's where the real problem lays. But because he's so big and important in music industry and brings a lot of money into it, no one is questioning anything. I mean, they probably are, but not enough. He didn't get cancelled because no one gave a shit of the rational thinking about the real big problem, the big picture. But when Madison Beer gets a lip filler, she's automatically the worst artist ever to exist. Like, what the fuck, bro? What comes next is inhumane, kind of a trigger warning for it. Apparently, Travis was even before seen as a very weird artist, but at the concert, the background image literally portrayed sacrifice, something like a burning bird. There were also a lot of weird sounds, so it was supposed to be something dark, it was supposed to be something bad, something negative. And again, I'm not here someone to shove my beliefs down your throat, but if you don't see that this is obviously meant to be satanic from the celebrity side, you're kind of closing your eyes, I guess. Even if you don't believe in demons or devil or Jesus or anyone, you can see that there is something on there with this whole Travis situation. The amount of horrors that happened there, I wasn't there, I'm saying this based on my researches, passing out, literal seizures, panic attacks. People were given CPRs, and there were deaths, of course. Travis witnessed of this, he witnessed all of this, and at some point his fan dropped dead. I don't know if it was of drugs or anything, but he dropped dead. Oh, and before, people were literally screaming help, help, and he was smiling and doing this and kind of vibing on the whole thing, and it's just what the fuck, bro? And then he continued singing while the dead fan was taken out by the crowd, with their hands. They kind of, I'm sorry, trying to find an English word, I'm not American or English, just basically take him away. And Travis was watching all of this, singing along. When someone fucking dies on your concert, you should know better and stop the whole thing. And apparently he stopped the concert because someone threw a shoe at him, or I don't know what it was. I don't even care. I just want to talk about this particular topic. Kylie Jenner posted a story literally filming the whole thing while paramedics were in front of her, so she was fully aware that something bad is obviously going on. She was aware of what was happening, and I'm not saying it's her fault that she didn't stop the whole thing. It's not her fault that those bad things happened, but she's Kylie Jenner. She probably had some power over the thing that happened, to call the securities to stop the concert. She is the Kylie Jenner. Or maybe it was her fault because she's a princess of darkness, and maybe she just wanted to wipe all the guilt on the Travis, but she's behind all of that, sacrificing people to the devil for the power. No, I'm not saying this is true. This is my conspiracy theory, and if you don't agree, that's completely fine. This channel is to express different views, not to stuff others with other beliefs. So really, feel free to comment down below anything you have to say about this whole thing, but it's crazy. Why am I cursing so much? I'm not like that. Apparently even Houston police warned Travis that something could go wrong, and he just ignored all of that in order, you know, to get that paycheck. Travis, these are your supporters, these are your fans on your concert paying you money to hear your music or rapping, and you just don't care that they are dying on your concert. That's like literally a basic minimum human decency. Even smiling when this all happened, like what the. And then he posted a condolences. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this word wrong, but he's saying that he's sorry and sending prayers.
If you have any information, you know, please just contact the local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayer.
You organized satanic concert and then you're sending prayers. He doesn't care and he just wants to make it seem like he cares, and this is completely messed up. I can't wrap my head around the fact that he has a daughter. Stormi is his daughter. How can you ignore young teens being in a life-threatening conditions on your own concert when you have your own child? I mean, even if he didn't have a daughter, like there is some basic human decency that tells you like to stop. Person would think, oh, you could at least have more good in your human self if you have a daughter, but no, not for Travis's case. Just think of how will Stormi deal with all of this when she will be older. Like, yes, she will be filthy rich. Her mom is Kylie Jenner. Her aunt is Kim Kardashian that made the whole family famous by filming a porn video. Just the fact that Kylie, her mom, is as problematic as she is. And no, I'm not talking about promoting toxic beauty standards. I mean, yeah, but like also about scamming people and all the cultural appropriation in order to scam people, you know, with really cheap products that don't even work and promising some type of weight loss, blah, 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 while she's there getting BBL. I feel so bad when I go for a drink with someone and they insist that they will pay for it, and I'm just like, okay, but I feel bad about it. Imagine like being in the position of scamming millions of people, getting millions of dollars. How is she not ashamed? Stormi will be so affected. To wrap up the story that happened here, it's not a lot to tell because it's not even a lot written about this whole thing, but basically I live in Slovenia and it's really tiny country near Italy. It has 2 million residents, and in 2005 there was this club Lipa that some really similar thing happened, and the people were trying to go into the club and there was so many people and people were compressed onto one another on the walls, on the floor, trying to escape, but they couldn't. And 3 young girls were killed by the crowd because people stepped on them, not even being aware they're stepping on them, which is so messed up. It was 2005, there weren't social media. There was this weird dark aura around all of it because it was, you know, so kind of mysterious because it was 2005 and there wasn't social media that everyone would be talking about it. There was just this event that happened and it was completely dark and horrible and disgusting. And there's like 2 articles about it and it was on news, and this is Slovenia that has like 2 million people is nothing. And it's just so bizarre thinking about stuff because there were actually people that witnessed that, or people that died. Those were people with actual lives, with stories, with their own problems, with their own thoughts, personality, families, and some of them didn't make it, and just so frustrating because those people aren't here to tell those stories. Anyways, this is it for this video. I thought it was gonna be really short, but it seemed really long. But if you have anything to say, just comment down below. If you want to correct me please if I said something wrong. If you're interested in any type of commentary, you can, you know, like, subscribe or dislike if you don't like this video. Skai loves you. Bye bye.